Okay, now we look at the router configuration. Okay, so we have 4 routers. Okay, so you need to configure the host name, IP address, crop rate for the DC interface. Okay, for the telnet, I'll just skip, okay, to save time. So we'll configure these 3. Okay, let's look at RA first. Okay, RA, okay, let's do host name, RA. Oops, sorry, should we go to config T, host name, RA. Okay, so we have configured the RA host name. Okay, RA, okay, IP address of RA. Okay, let's look at the IP address for RA. Gigabit Ethernet is 192.168.1.97. Okay. Okay, interface. Okay, for this interface, okay, instead of gigabit for packet tracer, we only have the FA interface. So just change everything to FA. IP address 192.168. Okay, let's go back and take a look. 1.97. Okay, 1.97. Subnet mask is 255.255.255. Okay, 1.90. Okay, .240. Okay, 240. Okay, and then do a no shut. Okay, this should bring the interface up. Okay, next, okay, let's look at the serial 000 interface. Okay, so let's go to interface serial 000. IP address is 192.168.1.113. Okay, subnet mask is 255.255.255.252. No shut. Okay, this should bring the no shut. Okay, let's look at the DC interface. Okay, so here we did not indicate the DC interface, so you got to go to the packet tracer to find out which one are the DCE interface. Okay, let's go to the packet tracer. Okay, so okay, if you mouse over the link, you'll be able to see a clock. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so you can see a clock over here. Okay, I'm going to try again. Mouse over, you see a clock. So this is the DCE interface. Okay, so the serial 000 is a DCE interface. So you need to set a clock rate. Let's say clock rate, let's say 5600. Okay, so next interface will be this interface. Okay, let's see. Okay, the IP address is 121. Okay, let's just copy this interface 0001. Okay, let's set the IP address be 192.168.1.121. Subnet mask is 255.255.255.252. No shut. Okay, is this a DC interface? Again, we go to the packet tracer and mouse over. This is not the DC interface, it's really this is the DC interface. Okay, so there's no need to set clock rate over here. So that's for RA. Okay, to save time, I will proceed on to configure for RB, RC, and RD. Okay, now I have finished configuring RB, RC, and RD, and all the links are up already. Okay, now we are going to configure the RIP protocol. Okay, so the RIP configuration is really quite simple. Let's do a router RIP, and then the only difference with version 1 is you need to specify version 2. Otherwise, by default, you run version 1. Okay, we disable auto summary. Okay, this is to tell the router do not summarize the route. Okay, do not summarize the route. Later you'll see a difference between summarization and non-summarization. Okay, these are the 3 networks that you will ask router A to advertise. Okay, let's look at router A. Okay, if you look at router A is actually connected to 3 networks. The 192.168.1.96, .112, and .120. Okay, use these 3 networks that R is directly connected to. Okay, run on this command 96.112 and 120, and this will tell the router, okay, advertise these 3 networks as RIP updates to your neighbors. Okay, let your neighbor know that you are connected to these 3 networks. And that's all for the configuration. Okay, it's quite simple. Okay, let's try. RA. Okay, we do router read version 2. Okay, so we don't want auto summarization, no auto summary. Okay, what should we do here? Okay, the three networks, 96, 112, and 120. Okay, let's advertise the first network. Network 192.168.1.96, first network. The second network is 112, and the third network is 120. 120. Okay, that's it. Okay, so I is preparing to advertise these three networks. Okay, so we'll go on to configure for RB. Okay, RB. Okay, let's do router RIP version 2, and then network. Okay, what are the networks for router B? Okay, we're going to go back and see the network for router B. Again, three networks, 64, 116, and 112. Okay, let's move this aside so that we can see the networks. So network for RB is 68.1.64 is the first one. Second one is 116, and the third one is 112. Okay, three networks. Okay, that's all for the configuration for router B. Okay, quite simple. Oh yeah, we forgot to turn on no auto summary. Okay, let's go back to router RIP again. Okay, and then say no auto summary. Okay, that's for router B. Okay. Okay, now router C. Router C. Okay, router RIP again, and then version 2. No auto summary. Okay, what are the networks? Let's go back to the document here. RC is 2 networks. The 10.10.225 and the .116 network. Okay. Network 10.10.225.0 and then network 192.168.1.116. Okay, that's all. And the last router, router D. Router D again, 2 networks. Okay, let's open up router D. Click on router D. Okay. So router D, the last 2 networks. So go to router RIP version 2 and no auto summary. And then the first network is 192.168.1.0 and the next network is 192.168.1.120. Okay. So we have finished configuring all the routers. So okay, the routers are running RIP. Okay, and we should be able to ping the PC with each other. Okay, once you configure RIP, okay, PC should be able to ping to each other. Let's try PC1 to PC2, successful. PC1 to PC3, successful. PC1 to PC4, successful. PC2 to PC3, successful, and PC2 to PC4, successful. Okay, in case yours is not successful, just try to double click to see if it's okay. Otherwise, you will have to do some troubleshooting to find out what's wrong with your configuration. Okay, so RIP is running, up and running here. Okay, all the PC can reach each other. So the configuration for it is pretty simple. Okay, in the next video, we'll try to disable auto summary and see what is the changes that's made to the routing table.